Hello, students. Good morning. How are you? I hope uh, you all are well now. So today you all are welcome in my physics class. Today we are going to start a new chapters from class 11 physics. And before the discussion, let's we talk some things about the motion of any object. So in all previous chapters, whenever we discuss about the motion of any objects, the object may be anything, maybe extended object or maybe a small object. Every time we will discuss the motion of that object by considering that object as a single particle. And a single particle means that a point size object, a point mass object, or but these things is not proper for every situation. Specifically whenever we discuss the motion of a extended body. Okay, in that case, if we consider the motion of a extended body without considering it is as a extended body, if we consider as a single particle, that means we are skipping the discussion so many points about the motion of that extended body. So here we will going to discuss the motion of extended body as considering the extended body as a system of particles. Okay, so by this word system of particles, our chapter name is chapter 7 of 11 physics, class 11 physics. The chapter name is system of particles and rotational motion. So this is our chapters, and today is the first class of us. Okay, so uh, before discussion of the motion of extended body, we need to be consider some important topics. We need to be discuss some important topics first. Okay, so here as I told you that before discussing the motion of extended body, we must consider the extended body as a system of particles. Okay, as a extended body can be considered as a system of particles, and also we have to be considered the system of particles or the extended body as a rigid body. Okay, rigid body. What is rigid body then? Okay, so rigid body is a type of body which has perfectly definite and unchanging shape. That means shape of a rigid body cannot be changed. Okay, shape of a rigid body always remains same, and the main features of a rigid body is that the distances between the pairs of particles always remain same. That means inside the rigid body, the displacement of the particles is not possible. They are not moved, they are not displaced from their fixed position. They always remains in their fixed position. That's why the distance between two particles inside the rigid body always remains same. This is the important features, but these all things are ideal things, ideally concept. But in our real life, no body can be a purely rigid body. Every rigid body can be deformed, their shape can be changed, and distance between the particles may be changed by under the influence of the forces. If we apply external forces in a perfect amount, if about the magnitude of the external forces if, is in right amount or right magnitude, the deformation of the object or the rigid body can be possible. Okay, so no object in our real life can be a purely rigid body, but in some situation we can neglect the deformation of the rigid body also. For the case of the steel beams, iron beams, for the example of the stars, planets, or the molecules, in these all cases we can consider the rigid body with very minimum or negligible deformation. Okay, so before discussing the motion of extended body, we have to be considered the extended body as a rigid body, and in this chapter we will neglect the or we will ignore the deformation of the rigid body. So in our next topic, in our next video, in our next class, we will discuss a new topic. The topic name is what kind of the motion a rigid body can have, or what type of motion can be performed by a rigid body. This topic we will discuss in the next video. And for this time, this class is ended here. So till let's we meet in the next class.